Welcome, Taurus, to the month of July 2017. And this is a general transits reading for those of you born with your sun, moon, and rising signs in your sign of Taurus. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and please feel welcome to like, subscribe, or share. And the month starts out, we'll get right into it. The month starts out with the Sun, Mercury, and Mars in your third house of communications. So you'll be thinking and speaking and perhaps even writing a lot. And it's opposing your, all of it's opposing your ninth house of higher education and law and publishing, and Pluto's currently transiting your ninth house, so it's a really good time for all of that literature and everything. And the moon and Jupiter and in Libra, and as Jupiter went direct back on June 9th, which is wonderful. It's creating more of a larger energy, directing back out in more positive ways, thankfully. Your ruling planet, Venus, is in your first house of the self and your physical body. You may want to take care of your throat chakra. Watch out for any sore throats. Like if you've gone to like some kind of concert. I was just thinking about this. Some kind of concert. Maybe try not to scream too much and end up with a sore throat or laryngitis or something, as Taurus rules the throat area. And let's see. So on July 5th, Venus enters your second house, going out of your sign and into Gemini. So Venus enters your second house of money, so you'll really enjoy that. That'll help out a lot as Venus opposes Saturn. I forgot to show, look, whoop, whoop, my little aspect signs here. Mercury leaves Cancer and goes into Leo on July 6th, the following day. And so you'll be thinking a lot about your home environment, your homeland, thinking about security. And then on July 9th, we have a full moon, and the full moon ends up being in Capricorn. So this is where you can really broadcast your publishing idea or of something you possibly wrote or said and did or whatever. And then your Mars, planet Mars, moves into Leo on July 20th. Oh yeah, and the last quarter moon, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry about that, on July 16th, the move from having it in its fullness ends up going into the last quarter on July 16th into the sign of Aries, and deposits itself or deposits itself into your 12th house of the subconscious mind's ability to dream and the dream state. And let's see, then the sun moves into the 4th house of the home. So no longer being in Cancer, the sun moves into Leo in the 4th house of the home. And then on July 23rd, we end up having a nice going within feeling when the moon goes into its new state, the phase of the new moon, where both the sun and the moon come together. I love the new moon time. It's a wonderful time to go within. But you can also start new projects around the home. So you'll be thinking about home and family. And then on July 25th, Mercury leaves Leo and enters Virgo in your 5th house. So you'll have some time to think about whether or not you want to create. Again, the 5th house, I like to think in terms of not just romance, but more creativity. And you'll have a lot of thinking or thoughts on creating, possibly even not only creating a romance, but maybe creating a baby, if that's what you want. Let's see. Then Venus. No, wait. Then the moon becomes goes into its first quarter. So then that's yet another time to start good new things with possibly a business partner, because the moon on July 30th enters your 7th house of others or business partners, as I said. So that's a good time to think about, as there's a sextile going on here, think about creating something new, not just from the new moon standpoint, but that energy is still expanding out. And then on July 31st, Venus enters your 3rd house in the sign of Cancer, and you'll really be loving the art of communication and really extending out to others in a big way. 3, 4, more so in a harmonious way, because the moon trines Venus at the end of the month. So there's a lot of harmony and a lot of harmonious feelings throughout most signs. Almost all signs are going to be really feeling that harmony that comes with the month of July. And so Taurus, have a happy 4th of July.